Hello, Dynamic Stars. We are back with another pick a card reading. Thank you so much for joining me again. And we are going to get right into today's pick a card, which is what haven't you told yourself? So, this is an idea that came to me because sometimes we like to hide things from ourselves. We're complicated beings, and as complicated folk, you know, occasionally we don't listen to our friends, family, loved ones, strangers on the street, or anyone. So this reading is to kind of get a sense of what we may have been trying to hide from ourselves. All right, we've got 5 piles here. We've got the first pile, which is Vesuvianite. The second pile, which is the black Tourmaline. The third pile, which is Sodalite. The fourth pile, which is the Sunstone, one of my new stones that I got in, and I'm going to do a video about that. And one of my favorites, blue Obsidian, which is also on my wrist. So take a moment, take a few deep, calming, cooling, centering breaths, and choose pile 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay, I'll have the timestamps below so you can pause, take a moment to reflect and see which pile calls to you, and we shall begin. Okay, for those who chose pile 1, it is the Vesuvianite. As you can see, very pretty green stone with various light flecks going into it. We have the whip and the woman, orange calcite, Isis, these cards. Let me check and see if I always want to make sure if they're up or down. No. Those are not my uprights. Only my energy cards are upright or reversed. So don't have to worry about that. My Metu Neter cards. Again, don't have to worry about upright or not with those. And then we have Mother Mary. And these cards are abundance cards. And let's make sure of that as well. Nope, I was absolutely right. No reversed on that at all. Not using the energy deck today. The very first thing, what you haven't told yourself. We've got money issues going on here because we have to pay ourselves first. Okay? But let me take a quick look at this. Because we have the scythe, you see that? And the woman, the Lenormand cards speak in pairs. So because we've got that scythe pointing the other way and the handle pointing towards the woman, this is we are gathering together with other women. All right? We are not cutting. We are gathering together with other women and working to help us maybe form a group to handle our money or to talk about money. So I guess what you haven't told yourself with this spread is you haven't talked to yourself really and truly about your money and handling your money. Because that is something that is coming through here very clearly, because you have the Amen cards, which is total identification with the person or not. And because you have it in its positive state, you're not doing anything per se that is negative or bad regarding your money. It's just that you could be handling it a bit better. Because when you see an Amen card, and Amen is peace and just zen and just, relaxed and at ease, even keel. So that should be good with our money. But we've got these first two cards here, which is the Nekabet Tu Chayes and the Hedakuhuti Hetep. So we've got sort of hidden impulses. With Nekabet Tu Chayes, we're not quite right there with what we're feeling, and we're kind of moving with emotion. We're kind of just going with, that kind of feels good. So what you're probably doing with your money is you're doing what you think is best in the moment and how you feel. There's no real heavy duty plan for it. You don't really have a lot of goals for your money. You have money and it's working there for you, but it just goes where it goes. You don't have a real structure for it. It's just there for you. And by this card coming up, you've got to start putting something in place. Work with other women who are good with their money, who already have a plan, or other women who are like you, who want to put together a plan so that you can pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and in your future. So right now, you have money. You could spend it however you want. You can look nice. You can go out. You have, a nice place to live. Everything is going good, but you're living for right now. You're living in the moment, and that's it. You're having a good time with your money, okay? You are enjoying this moment, exactly what I just said. I am giving thanks to God for my life, which is a beautiful thing. You have joy. There are no real obstacles and problems. But what about tomorrow? What are you going to do for the next 5 years? What's your 10-year plan? Is there a plan? Why isn't there a plan? What is going on where you're kind of just in that moment? Because yes, if you're young, early 20s, late teens, that's cool. But if you're heading into, your late 20s, early 30s, we need to start figuring out what it is. Do you want to get married? I know you're enjoying yourself and having a good time and everything is going your way, but what is the plan? What do you want? Is there something greater that is missing? Do you have an emptiness there? Because amen could be there's an emptiness there. What needs to be filled? Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. So with that card there, there's something that you want, but it might be something very quiet that you're keeping deep, deep within you. Maybe that's the thing that's really hiding, because maybe you're using the money that you have to make yourself feel good, because maybe that dream that you have is big, is something that might be frightens you a little bit. And instead of trying to put the money towards that thing or even a portion of that thing, you'd rather just forget about it because it's an impossibility. It's a dream. No, with Isis here on the table, she can manifest things. She is a great witch, a magician. Bring forth that dream. Don't be afraid of it. Allow it to flow through you. Maybe this group of women can help you, gathering together, helping yourselves by paying yourselves first so that you can come together and build this dream, whatever it is that you're afraid of, that may be too big for you to dream about, to think about, to even hint at in your own mind. Bring it forth. Then we have orange calcite as the gemstone. Are you experiencing major changes that are challenging your emotional state? Trust in the process of change and honor your feelings. Take the time to balance energy. Pay particular attention to health of your nerves, bones, and muscles. And the affirmation is, I embrace the changes occurring in my life. I recognize that all changes bring better life situations. I am grateful that the energy flowing through me is in balance. I have a strong physical structure. All parts of my body feel good. When I see this card now, it's directly looking to me at this Herakuti, because remember I was saying down here that you're kind of flowing with your money and you're just going with impulses and what feels good. Herakuti is the energy guy. He's the guy who is the warrior. He comes through and he makes a way where there is no way. He is the strong man. He is the brawn behind, the king's army. He's the head of, the military, Herakuti. So there's a lot of energy there. And with that orange calcite, you've got to check your health to make sure that everything is going good. Because the Herakuti is in its Hetep state, you see those two dots, Hetep state, things are going pretty good. You can say it can go either way. Hetep is open to everything. Generally speaking, when we see that Hetep, we're like, oh, great. But that means it can go awesome, great, or it can go awesome, bad. It depends upon what you're doing. Because what this is saying is that energy of Herakuti is strong within you to the point where one push one way, one push the other way can make it good or it can make it bad. So let's say you've got a budget of, disposable income, $2,000 a month, right? So this month, you got to, Valentine's Day, President's Day, you rolled it all into one and you're going on a cruise or something like that, right? And you just kind of powered your way through it because you've got this disposable income. You can get it done. Plus, you'll still have money left over. But when you get on that cruise, when you get on that trip, when you go on that road trip with your girls or what have you, there's a couple of other things that happen because with this Nekabet, maybe you're flat tire. Maybe something happens along the way, unexpected, that takes some extra money. So now that thing that you knew you had the resources to cover, because of this unforeseen thing, maybe it's not there anymore. So we've got to watch that Herakuti, that subtle things don't shift it out of position because it's in good position. Everything here is positive and open. But what is not here is a structure, is a plan. What is here are nebulous thoughts, quiet, niggly wiggly things, which goes along with what we're saying. What are you hiding from yourself? You're hiding what you truly want to do. There is something there that you want to manifest, but you're letting it stay in the nebulous area because maybe you don't feel that you can experience it. Maybe you feel it's a little too big, and maybe, you're a little empty inside because you're like, maybe I can't do that. Maybe it's too much. Stop that, let it go, come back, take a breath and try it. Write it down at least. Get it down and start building out a structure on it and begin using that Herakuti energy of, pushing, getting the details, getting answers, really using the energy to bully through things because you're going to need that perseverance and energy in order to make this big dream a reality. Allow the magic to work through you because the magic will then be fueled by Herakuti. Okay? And joy. Allow yourself to be happy and enjoy things. Not just in the moment. Know that you can enjoy your dream. That it is available to you to do that. But begin paying yourself first so that you can have a little rainy day fund in case you need it. Because once You get the plan and structure together for this idea, for this project. Maybe it's a nonprofit organization. Maybe it's a community center for, young people, young mothers, young men, people recently released from incarceration, and you want to work with them. Whatever this is that you want to do, it will bring you joy and the people that you work with joy. But turn the joy that you have now for, living in the moment and put that to that project. All right? This is a really beautiful reading. You have everything you need. And it looks like including a group of women who will work with you on this. Maybe they were encouraging you already and you kind of poo-pooed them. Maybe they kind of picked up on it because they know you so well. They're right. Work with them. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. For those of you who chose number 1, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. For those of you who chose the Tourmaline, here we go. We have the key in the book. We have Amazonite. And no, these are not okay. We have Brigid, Inner Strength. And let's do our Metu Neter. Okay, back to cease. Ships. These are not reversed. Oh, wow, we got a lot of these. All right. What's going on here? I'm feeling like just leave it how it is. I'll leave it how it is. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. All right, people. Those who chose number 2, the black tourmaline already is letting us know. Black tourmaline is a stone that you use to protect yourself, to remove negativity, to ground yourself, to allow yourself to release things that are no longer needed and necessary around you, and to prevent psychic attack. That's what that stone is for. First and foremost, we have these two. These are the direct opposites. This is a dark deceased. This is an ancestor card that a person doesn't have light. It's an ancestor that passed on that, doesn't have your best interest at heart. This one is Sheps. Notice the difference in the two cards and how they look. Of course, this you can see the difference in the darkness here, whereas this is light. He's got the white, he's got the flail, and this is one that wants to help you. So these were literally right next to one another. Then we have the key and the book. So there's a secret. There's some sort of secret hidden from you by somebody who passed on. They took it with them to their grave. However, you need that information. And you have somebody who will tell you, maybe in a dream, maybe somebody who is older, great grandmother, grandmother, great uncle, somebody like that, who may be able to tell you that secret, but it's been kept for a long time. So you might need to do a little finagling to get that secret out of them. Because that secret is key to what it is that's causing you a problem. Because our question is, what have you not told yourself? But in this case, this is more of what hasn't been told to you. Because what hasn't been told to you is going to affect how you see yourself, what you have told yourself, and what you haven't told yourself. Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Let me just go right to her and give you a little bit more about Bridget. Your spiritual fire is growing within. Recognize that the power of your soul is greater than you think. You have come a long way since you began this journey. There is a powerful force within you, and you have the ability to create wonderful changes in your own life and inspire those around you to do the same. Okay? Call on this fiery goddess to bring and light the way ahead. There is something that you need to know about your past, about maybe how you came into the world. That is what I keep feeling with this spread, that there is a secret about your paternity. I say that because right here, next to it is Sebek, Sebek Temchayas. This is in its negative form. Sebek is, he can be a trickster, and in his negative form, most definitely. And because he's right here in this whole little section here where this secret is kept, and we have this dark deceased that went to the grave with their secret, and this one who's trying to give you the secret. Maybe this person is close to death, an older person, or they may have passed over also, and they're giving you some information in dreams. This is the information itself. But because it is in its negative state, you've got to be careful. So the information you were given is incorrect. You have to really see. Try and go back and ask all of the elders in your family what you don't know. You're going to have to ask. And there's no other way for you to do it at this time, because right next to it here, Ma'at is also the truth. She will bring you truth. She is also unconditional love. So you have to plead with them and say, if you love me, you're going to tell me the truth. Tahuti is the oracle, and you have it in Tahuti Hetep, meaning you have it in its most positive form. So with Tahuti, he's so high on the tree, he's the second level on the tree of life. This is the most positive you can get. So between these two cards, this is unconditional love and knowing what the truth is, and this is the words of God. So at this point, you have to see if the elders in your family will, based upon their strong moral code from the time that they lived, all of the information that they have, you have to ask them to parlay that information to you, to give it to you, so that you can be a whole person, that you can be Oser, God, man on earth. But in this case, it's a whole person, because there are parts of you that are missing. This is a beautiful progression almost, because we're going all the way up the tree with these cards. We're going from somebody who is just beneath the tree, just they've passed on. They're not giving light. They weren't of light. Maybe they had issues. Maybe they had addictions. Maybe, they had mental health issues. Whatever this person is that passed on, they took some information to the grave with them for whatever reasons. But there's somebody else who is there who's willing to give that to you. And it's because that secret needs to be revealed. They lied. There was a lie going on, and that has to be ferreted out and changed and corrected. And here is the truth. Here is the love of, here is unconditional love, and here is God's word. This is the absolute God's honest truth. And here we have God. So we're going from way down under the tree to at the top of the tree. So you are going through a progression, and that is exactly what this is. It is a journey for you, and this may take time because for whatever reason with this particular pile, I pulled so many cards from the Metu Neter. They stuck together. They wouldn't come apart. And you have Bridget for all of the strength to get the energy to do what you need to do, to bring the light, to bring the fire. See, she's redheaded, and redheads have a lot of energy. That's what they've always said, right? And that's what you need. You need the energy to fight for the information, to fight for the right to know, and trust that you're going to get that information. I know that God, in his infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. So in this case, while we've asked, what have I not told myself? In your case, those who chose number 2, the black tourmaline, it's what hasn't been told to you. And you need that information. I'll leave this last. Amazonite. Are you holding back something you need to say? The truth about a certain matter needs to be spoken. Honesty is important at this time. Have the courage to speak up with grace. Loving words have power to heal or improve a situation. This is what your plea is to the elders, to give you the words of words, to give you the information that has been withheld from you. Angel of truth and honesty. I live my truth and honestly communicate what is on my mind with ease. I effortlessly find the words to express any truth and speak eloquently and lovingly. I surround myself with people who are not afraid to honestly express themselves. This is so beautiful. So everything that we were saying here in these Metu Neter cards have been picked up in the angel and gemstone cards. Okay? So our final word on all of this, for those who chose number 2, are the words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So this is probably some sort of truth also around money and your beliefs around money. Maybe the secret that's been held, maybe who your mother is, who your true, usually it's not mother, but who your true father is. Maybe there is abundance and inheritance tied up with that. Trust and know that God will bring you what is yours and what you're supposed to have. But you need to be positive and you need to speak your words of truth so that you can release whatever fears, whatever pain, whatever frustration, whatever ennui that you might be feeling. Because maybe there's just a listlessness that you have about yourself, because you know that something is amiss, that something is wrong, that there's just a piece missing, a key that's missing, you know? And that's what this is. Right here. Key book. You haven't been told something. Get that information. Become whole, Hoser. And things will go well for you. It may be a journey to get there, but trust and believe that you will get the answers that you seek from either the elders or through a dream, or in some way, shape, or form that might not be your traditional method, but you will be able to verify that information and be able to break free from whatever hold that this lack of information has over you. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I do hope it was helpful for you and that it resonated. Whatever is not for you, just leave it, let it fly. And again, thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. For those who chose number 3, the Sodalite, here we go. We have fish and heart. We have turquoise. We have Lady Nadia. Get our Metu Neter cards, which we don't have any cards that deal with reverse here in this deck. Did not choose any of those, so don't worry about that. Okay. Just take a look at this for a second. What I love seeing is the fish and the heart. So that fish is your money. That heart there is what you love. So your money is going to come to you, or you're going to have what you love to do is how you're going to make your money. So this is right up front, that being said. The question is, what haven't you told yourself? We're going to look at turquoise. What do you wish to express? How do you wish to express yourself? Is there something you need to say to someone? Expression comes in many forms. Meditate on what you would like to say and then say it. Explore Native American spiritual teachings. Okay? Angel of expression. I open my consciousness to various forms of expression. I express myself with ease and grace. My creativity is activated. I am a channel of divine inspiration. I receive insights and wisdom from various cultures and philosophies. All right, so now it's becoming really clear. You have some gifts and talents that you rather would like to push and shove away because you don't want to deal with it. Because all of your Metu Neter cards are all in their negative state. Heru Tem Ma'at. Heru Tem Ma'at. Well, you got the one, sorry. Sebek Hetep. Oser Tem Chayas. Okay, so right here with this turquoise, it is telling you to look at Native American spiritual teachings. Then we flip it for the affirmation, and it says that you receive insights and wisdom from various cultures and philosophies. Over here, the very first thing was you're going to get your money from doing something that you love or are passionate about. Okay? Then we go right down here, and this is all about, I don't want to do it. Heru Tem Ma'at is all about the will. He's the leader. That in its positive state, he's the king, he's the president, he's the CEO, he's the head honcho. This is in its negative state. You don't want to do it. Whatever it is, it's like, no, leave me alone. Heteru, she's Miss Creativity. She's all about the beauty, the love, the joy, the fun, the excitement. It's in its 10th state. You don't want to do nothing. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to feel it. Leave me alone. I want to kind of like go in a corner. So it's like antisocial and like belligerent with it. Then it's Sebek Hetep. And yes, Sebek Hetep is in its positive state. It's open. But we're in the middle of all of these negative cards. So what are we saying? We're saying, I'm going to use my logic and my intellect to justify why the heck I don't feel like doing this and why I don't feel like smelling good and going out and doing whatever. When in reality, all you're doing is identifying with who you are, which is, you're identifying with how you're feeling. You're identifying with your ego. You're identifying with the part of yourself that doesn't want to do things. That's what this is. So you're giving yourself rationalizations as to why you don't want to do this. And that's what you're using this positive sebek for, when you can use this positive sebek to help yourself to, guess what? Go ahead and become that spiritual person, religious person, new age person, the person with belief. Even if nobody in your family believes, if everybody is an agnostic in your family, or just, they don't go to church, they don't do anything like that, guess what? You might be the only one in your family. You might be the one that carries the flag and goes, hey, maybe we should have a conversation about this. Okay? Heart awakening, Lady Nadia. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. I'm going to read just a little bit more to give you some more insight into Lady Nadia. You are clearly a person that is having a really tough time understanding that it's okay to be different. It's okay to allow, what's inside of you, what's good, what's peaceful, what's beautiful about you to come out. Okay? You can't fight what's truth. You can't fight what's good, what you need to do. Because if you came down here to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual mentor, a guide, a helper, a light worker, an indigo child, a rainbow child, a star seed, any of those terms, by trying to ignore it, you're just going to run into problems. Your life is not going to go smoothly. And right up front, your money is going to come from where your heart is. Where is your heart? Right now, your heart is stuck in your I don't wannas and don't make me's. Your money is probably not doing too good. So what you're hiding from yourself is the thing that lights you up, that maybe you look at as a hobby quietly, secretly, when nobody can see. That thing that lights you up is actually the thing that will make the rest of your life go. Heart awakening. The cave of your heart is opening wide for you to experience divine love. You have an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. This is a wonderful time to cherish and love yourself, and then allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others. If you feel love revealing itself clearly in your heart, have courage and move into a state of trust. You are reminded that when true love is present, when divine love is present, there are no obstacles to overcome. It will be there, clear, pure, and real for you to experience. Your relationships are being brought into harmony on all levels of your life. Give and receive divine love with yourself and all those around you. And then we're going to go right to here, because of course you don't want to hear this, but take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And then we're going to go right here. God, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. I'm done. This is such a clear reading. From right here and right here, we already know what you're hiding from yourself. You're hiding from yourself that there is another part of you that's more ephemeral, more spiritual, more elevated, than maybe those around you would prefer you to be, that you'd prefer to be. Maybe you just want to be normal, whatever quote unquote normal is. I don't know what it is. What is it? But that's what you will probably want. And right now, God is saying it's time for you to change. That normal life is not so normal for you. And you're doing everything in your power to stay stuck in normal. And that's all you're doing. You're just staying stuck. Take this chance. Trust in God. Allow your heart to awaken. Begin looking at various cultures to see what resonates with you the most. And know that you will make your money by following your passions. And you will turn all of this around. Your will be strong. People will follow you. You will be a great leader. You will be charismatic. People will want to be around you because you're bubbly, you're energetic. You have great conversations, affirmations, and you are really, really good at discerning what is really going on with people so that they can become the best person they can be. That's the positive of these cards. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Wouldn't you want to experience that? But to do so, you have to take a chance. So my divine stars who chose deck 3, thank you so much for taking this trip. I hope that this resonated with you. If it does not, leave it alone. And please do visit my channel again. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave me some comments below and let me know what you think about this. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Okay. For those who chose deck number 4, the Sunstone. It's a beautiful stone. We have the letter. We have the park. We have appetite. Oh, we have 2. We have appetite and aquamarine. Okay. We have Lord Krishna, which is devotion. Our Metu Neter cards are Wajet, Tumaat, Geb 10 Chayas, Sekar 2 Chayas, Dark Deceased Tumaat. We have gratitude, and we have face your financial fears. Okay. First, going to go up here to the Lenormand cards. There's a letter of some sort. Whenever I see this park here, I always sometimes go automatically to world public. So maybe there is some sort of open letter out into the public. Maybe a letter, in the back of a newspaper, because this is what I am seeing in my mind's eye that's putting a notice out. Is there some sort of financial obligation that you did not meet that basically was kind of put on blast? So if it wasn't in the paper, maybe it was online, maybe it was something on social media, something that was done, your credit report. So now, everything is kind of like all over the place. Whatever this letter is, it is out there in the world for those to see. The people that have, that will make decisions for you. And we go right over here because I'm seeing this and it goes, face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So, right up front, what you're hiding from yourself is, the level of financial, improvement, enhancement that you have to make. And you have to start working on that now. How you will help yourself is immediately to start in on gratitude. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. Yes, I know, it sounds like a cliche, law of attraction, that doesn't work for me. I've got boop, boop, boop amount of debt. I don't care. You have to, okay, not I don't care. It is, how's that working for you? The way you're going after things, the way your energy is right now, how is that working? Is it going good? If it's not going good, then you need to look to something else to change that. Because at this point in time, you're just going to continue down that path. How I say that, why I say that, because of this progression here. We've got Wajet Tuma'at into Geb Tem Chayas. So Wajet is high anxiety. It's not in its negative state, it's in its positive state. So you're like up at night, you're trying to, you're like frazzled, you can't sleep because your mind is racing, it's still firing good. You're doing all the research, you're trying to, call up this person, that person, you got your list, you're cross-checking your list to see if you can help somebody, but it's all no, because there are no resources. Geb Tem Chayas, there is no resources. No matter how many great ideas you have, you're coming up empty because maybe this has been going on a long time. The well is dry. All right? So you've come upon an actual physical stop. And then we've got Seker Tu Chayas, and then we've got Dark Deceased Tama'at. Seker Tu Chayas is your structure, your planning. What game plan do you have? What is the foundation? How did you lay this out? What is your emotional state also? Because with a Seker, this tends to be a cooler person, a person who is calculated, who is kind of aloof, who doesn't really, engage too much, right? And then we have this dark disease. In this case, because it's sort of like right here with this and with these two cards, you've been energetic, you've always been working and, trying to get stuff and making it happen, but the resources are low. I would say that at this point, maybe you've tried a couple of things that may not have been, on par with your previous attempts. Maybe you fudged the truth a little bit. Maybe you overpromised something and you're going into that. But because you've had good success and you're good at research and you're good at getting the details, people trusted you, but you kind of let them down the wrong road because you needed the money. You see what I'm saying? And that has led to you being put on blast financially out there, out in the world. All right? So that's why you have to face your financial fears and work through it. Be grateful for what you do have so that you can move forward. What you have here is Krishna. Let's get the words from Krishna. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You have a deep spiritual connection and must trust the guidance that's coming through. Your devotion to the spiritual path has been recognized. It may feel as if you've been on a mental, emotional battlefield, but there are sweet messages of hope around you now. Krishna is here to boost your sense of connection to the divine and encourage you to act from your soul. If a decision needs to be made, ask yourself what will honor your soul and those around you. If you can choose the best for all involved, then you will feel even closer to the divine. You see? So that is kind of going right along here and implying that you've got to do what will honor your soul, what will honor the contracts that you have made, the verbal communications that you have set up with people, the handshake deals that you have done with people. You have to honor those things. Yeah, everything is put out there. There are certain things out in the world, out on paper. Doesn't matter. You got to do what's right. Follow what you know to be true. You were trying to make a quick buck. Got it. go back to who you are, what you're about. Be grateful that it's not as bad as it could have been. Because right now, it doesn't seem like there's going to be like jail or anything that can stop you. There might be talk of it. People might be a little upset, especially with, what you may have tried to pull here. You have a spiritual calling. Pull yourself up that way. Let's see what your angel gemstone cards are saying. You got appetite first. Are you feeling agitated? Is there something you find hard to swallow? Are you having digestive difficulties? Pay attention to what you're thinking or talking about while you eat. Wholesome food, thoughts, and conversation can make things easier to process and accept. Angel of digestion. My appetite is balanced and healthy, and my digestive system is functioning normally. I am at ease with my physical body. I am comfortable in my surroundings. The people and situations in my life nourish me. So that's going to be something that you have to do. You're going to have to make it so that everything in your life is nourishing once again. And it's interesting that you have the Sunstone. The Sunstone is all about vitality and bringing in energy, truth, and light. Bringing in everything that the sun would bring into one's life. And just the radiance and the abundance. So it's interesting that you have the Sunstone when you're having financial issues, but you're having financial issues almost because you have an eclipse of the sun. If you notice here, there are no Heru card. The Heru is also the sun. He's the leader. He's the one in charge. You don't have that card in this deck. What you have is this high anxiety, not high anxiety, but you have the acumen, that quick firing mind. That's what you have. But that is an energy. It's not an archetype of a deity or an Orisha or, like a disciple or like an ascendant master. It is just pure energy. And without being directed by an archetype, by something that can give you, that moral compass to stay on the straight and narrow, you could just take that energy and do whatever you need to do with it. And that's kind of what has happened in this case. So now you got to pull back and use the archetype of Krishna, of God, to honor all of your contracts. Aquamarine. Are your emotions in turmoil? Are you feeling uneasy? Spend time at the water's edge to regain emotional balance. Clear away any negative energy you may have accumulated from unsettling conversations or negative internal dialogue. Angel of emotional imbalance. I am able to identify my feelings and resolve unsettling emotions. Negativity flows away effortlessly and lovingly. My emotional body is awash with positive energy. I enjoy a sense of balance. Safe travel over or on water is a certainty. So you need to go to any kind of body of water, a pond if you can, a lake, the ocean. Get on a boat, even if it's one of those day trips, and just go across the river and just commune with nature, commune with the sky, the wind, the air, no matter what the temperature is in your area. If it's cold, if it's hot, it doesn't matter. The water will clean and help you to see and get yourself together, calm yourself, because this is a lot of energy. You're not really sleeping too well. You can't get to sleep. Your mind is racing. That water will calm you. And in that calmness, you will find peace and you will find answers. You will find solution. Maybe while you're on that boat, you can write down a gratitude list or just thank God for the things that you have so that you can face those financial fears and get past them. So what you've hidden from yourself is the depth of your situation. And you have to face that now. Take a deep breath and just deal with it. And you'll get through it. You will get through it with this reading. You have that spiritual connection. You have that spiritual moral base. You just got sidetracked for whatever reason. You know, the road to, hell is paved with good intentions, they say, right? So maybe you had a great idea and maybe the people around you, weren't so great and they gave you wrong advice. Or maybe you just took wrong advice because you weren't eating the things that would have helped you. Maybe you were eating a lot of fast foods. Maybe you were eating just on the go, not digesting properly, which caused you to not sleep well, which caused some of these issues. And maybe everybody around you is also on that same kind of diet. So in general, everybody around you maybe needs to bring up their level of health, vitality, and energy so that as a group, all of you rise together. And this is something that you have to look at and see what will work best for you and what you need to do to heal yourself. Because more than anything, this is about you and what you haven't told yourself. You haven't looked yourself in the eye and said, I am a child of God. I can correct and adjust my way so that all of the things that I may not be so proud of, I can fix and people will trust me and love me again. Because they already do. This is clear. God loves you. There's gratitude there. Nobody is really coming after you, yes, financially, but we're in that kind of world. We're in a litigious world. You say things, you sign things. This is the natural consequence. So let's go back to basic business. And what you say you're going to deliver. And you will be able to come out of this. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this resonated with you. I know this is a little bit of a challenging one. Please let me know if this resonated with you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. For those who chose the blue obsidian, we have birds and child. We have kyanite. We have holy amethyst, divine alchemy. We have Ma'at Hetep, Metakuhuti, 2 chayas. Heru Hetep, Oser Tema'at. Yep. All right, the very first thing that pops out here is what you're hiding from yourself is you might be in the family way. You might be pregnant, maybe with twins. That's the child. That's the birds. So we might have news of twins. All right. Then we have right here family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. But with this card, that's just, for me, confirmation that we're talking about family and pregnancy and maybe a new project. If it's not pregnancy for yourself, if you're actually not physically pregnant, maybe there's a project that you want to bring to fruition. And you are gestating that idea and bringing it into fruition. Now we're going to look at Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. It says, move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. So that is, you are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a need for clearing out, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically too. There is a sense that you are moving beyond challenges and foraging golden opportunities from stagnant or unhappy experiences. It's important to recognize that you are like a magician at this time, with the ability to use your thoughts, will, and actions to bring about life-fulfilling and dream-enhancing opportunities. It's important for you to focus on what you desire and not what you fear, because what you give your energy to will literally begin to flourish. I'm going to go straight to kyanite. Have you been feeling off kilter? Are you confused? Does your life seem chaotic? Consciously align your chakras. Focus your intention on balance. As you regain your center, you can connect with a higher wisdom and use your intuition as a daily part of your life. Angel of alignment. My chakras are balanced and in perfect alignment. I live my life harmoniously and energy flows through me effortlessly. I am a channel of divine wisdom and my intuition is enhanced. I easily connect with the source and all that is. Then we go right here to Ma'at Hetep. Ma'at Hetep is, you can always say, Ma'at is complete abundance. And right here you have windfall of abundance. As we increase in abundance, an increase of abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. This really, really feels like pregnancy to me, new family members. It might not just be you that's pregnant in your family. There might be quite a few people or 2 or 3 other people within your family that might be having children all at the same time. So this is a windfall of abundance for the family. Maybe your family doesn't have a lot of children, and right now a lot of children are being called into your line to help bring more energy, more love, more happiness, more joy to your family lines, plural. So I keep feeling this because we have this right up front, the children with the birds. We've got this Ma'at Hetep. We've got the family. We've got this focusing on what you desire to bring things into fruition. We've got this windfall, okay? And then the Herakuhuti Tu Chayes and the Herut Hetep. These to me are just real health cards. These are watch your vitality, watch your strength, temper yourself. Make sure you don't do too much and fire yourself up too much. He's a fiery guy. So you got it in positive state. You got it in Tu Chayes. So yes, we got to keep that engine going. We got to keep it going. But right next to it is that balanced leader. We've got Heru Hetep. And he's like, okay, whoa, Nelly now. All right. Well, he's guiding that horse. He's making sure that things go right. So get all of that energy and guide it and direct it so that it goes where it needs to go. But part of your real issue is fear. Oser Ma'at is just bone-chilling fear. You are just so caught up in something that happened maybe to yourself, maybe to somebody you know, maybe to a mother figure near you, an aunt, a friend, where you're just afraid of the whole kid, pregnancy, rearing children, bringing children into this world at this time. You can't allow that fear, the unknown, to stop you from doing what it is that is already happening. Allow the people in your life, the love, the abundance, the family that's there to love you, to guide you, to help ease those fears. You have a tight-knit family. This seems like a very, very tight-knit family. Align your chakras. Align yourself. Get centered, get grounded, go sit and put your back against a tree. Be at peace. Keep yourself in good health, because your health is good, your body is strong, everything is working well. The only thing that's not working well here is your fear. You're stopping yourself, you're jamming up the works, and that will throw everything else out of alignment. Keep yourself in alignment by breathing deeply and letting the energy of the feelings that you're feeling to diminish, so that you can see what you need to see, hear what you need to hear, and move the way you need to move. Go to the doctor, go get a pregnancy test, ask around. If it's a project that you're working on, start doing the due diligence that you need to do for the health of that project, for everything that you need to do. You probably already have the plan. If this is a project, if this is not pregnancy, you already have a plan. What you have to do is put that plan in place and begin communicating that plan. Because with Ma'at, this is a high level. You got to start talking to people about the idea, getting some energy out there, and beginning to see if you can get funding and get investors into your business. But again, you're afraid to do that because maybe you're afraid somebody will steal your idea. Maybe you're afraid it won't go that far. Maybe you're afraid it's not a really good idea. You're just afraid. You've got to stop and allow things to happen. Move beyond your current challenges. Focus on what you desire, whatever that is. So for those who chose deck 5, the blue obsidian, my favorite stone, just to let you know, the blue obsidian allows you to get rid of mental chatter so that you can really hear what you need to hear. You can speak your piece, because blue stones are for your throat chakra. You're able to really use and focus your mental clarity when you don't have all of that chatter going on, when you don't have that fear going on. So very interesting to get the blue obsidian with this reading. And of course, blue goes a long way with pregnancy, because that's what this lady is all about. Yamaya, Lady of the Waters, So for those who chose deck 5, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading of what it is you have not told yourself. You have not told yourself that you're afraid of being a mom, that you're afraid of bringing forth this new baby, this new project, this new business. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it resonated with you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.